The following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbp-radio.com.
All right, welcome back to this episode of Niagara Stuff. I'm with a new friend of mine, John Cooper, from the Niagara Gospel Rescue Mission, and that's where we are right now. I'm new to the place. I know some of the history and some of the things that we're going to talk about, but really I'm a newbie with fresh mind, and I'm here to learn. So I'm going to introduce my new friend, John Cooper. Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, good to see you too. Goes from email to person.
Yeah, right. And let me, I'll interrupt myself here. John greeted me with a Frenchie's pizza, which we'll talk about down the road. So he already, one of my best friends right
already
here.
Already got to the heart, yeah.
So yeah, if you could just introduce yourself and maybe just give us a brief introduction of how it came to be here, and then we'll take a walk and you can show us.
Yeah, so I'm John Cooper, like you said, Executive Director in Niagara Gospel Mission, and mission started in 2007, so it's we're almost 20 years old now.
Yeah.
And we started in a van going down Niagara and 19th Street. Then we moved into an RV, from a van to an RV, big graduation.
Yeah, right.
And we were just serving soup to the people who were in need there. And then from there, we got we got an old church on Linwood. And then from the old church on Linwood, we got a house on Ferry. And then we were housing people there. And then when the YMCA was leaving the area, they were putting bids out for who was going to get the building. We didn't have two nickels rubbed together, so we went over to them and said, this is what we do with the building. If you wanted to give it to us, this would be great, but if not, we completely understand.
Yeah.
And they, out of the board, decided that they would give us this building for $1.
And that was the Y.
That was the Y, the old Y.
Yep.
So, and we're going to walk around, as you're probably going to reminisce about, I know I do when I'm walking through here. And so
years of coming in here and there. And
so we moved into here. We got the building in 2025. Moved into here in 2017.
Jeez,
and then
so almost 10 years now.
Yeah, and it took us, we've been patching the thing together ever since. And we got over 100 people that are here. So we got a Code Blue, which actually right now there's our second round is going out to drive around and pick up people who are homeless on the streets. I don't know if you remember last year a guy died right near Ollie's. And so we go around, we drive around all the way to NT and back to try to find homeless people on the western side of Niagara County.
That's that Code Blue too is a way that you can relate. I mean, I'm not in any way, no, I'm not comparing myself at all because I can go into my house after. But for shoveling and the barrage of snow coming down, and you think if you didn't have anywhere to go, what would you do? And that's when you realize you could open up your heart a little bit and understand where other people are coming from. And I've just this past week, because it's been brutal, and then you people are thankful for a place like this, especially the programs.
Yeah, last year I actually walked the entire route. It was 35 miles, and it was funny because it was like 19 degrees, so I'm all bundled up. And I did 6 years in the Army. I was a reconnaissance commando and a sniper in that unit. So this is my element. So
you walked around just to
highlight that there are people out there who have to walk, right?
Yeah.
And I had my heavy pack on, and I was acting like if I had to walk from NT to here, what would that be like? Well, the news came, I can't remember what station, but they came and actually filmed it. If you watch that film, it's like dumping snow on me as I'm being interviewed. But the funny thing is, it only dumped snow that whole day for 15 minutes. That was during the interview. Yeah, right. So it was like, hey, it made it look like I was like walking, a hero or whatever. Yeah. I was really just walking down the road in the cold.
Sunny and 80.
Yeah, exactly.
15 minutes. Yeah.
So there's that. Then there's a 24 bed emergency shelter. So instead of one night at a time for the Code Blue, they come in, they sign in for the night, and they come in the next night and sign in. This one's a 30-day program, and so everyone that comes here gets a job assignment. So you get a bed, a locker, and a job. And you're sweeping the floor, mopping the floor, cleaning the windows, whatever it is.
Earning your keep.
Earning your keep, exactly. Right. And so the Bible says you don't work, you don't eat. And so that's what we do here. So we do is feed them 3 meals a day. So they're well fed. I had a guy who's been here for a year now through our other programs, and he's like, man, I gained 40 pounds since I came to the mission. I'm like, hey, that's the way it works. Yeah, exactly.
You just signed up.
Yeah, so we got that program, and then we also have a 6-bed emergency shelter just for veterans. So we have a special spot for our vets, and that goes through all of our programming, that we have special spots for our vets. So then it goes from there, you kind of graduate into the recon program is what it's called. And so that program is, people don't just come here because they run out of money, which is typically what you think of a homeless person. Well, there's a reason they ran out of that money.
Right.
It's they have broken relationships in their life. So that whole program is how, we're a Christian organization, so how does a relationship with Jesus affect my other relationships? How do I live now that I'm a changed person, right? So we make them, if they ruin their family relationship, we make them call their family, obviously when they're ready, to say, can you forgive me for what I did to you? And really start to reconcile and start to work back. We have a work training program that they go through to work in hotels and tourism businesses. Great. So we're really trying to help them. This isn't your home, right? This isn't forever. This is a place that's home for now, but we want you to get out and then
restart or.
Yeah, exactly. So we have that program that has about 20 guys in it. And then from there, we have a 50 kind of like dorm style rooms of transitional housing. So someone, if they come in, that's a 3-year program. And so we have people who are case managers. We have people who help them with their finances. Like we have all that kind of stuff. Wow. Someone could stay with us for up to 4 years. And it takes an average person who's caught in addiction 5 years to break free. Right. So we can hit the first 4 years of that. Great. And we plug in with other local community partners to like churches and community groups and that kind of stuff. Yeah. To like get them that community in year one, so that way when they do leave us after 4 years, they have that community group who's going to help them walk through that process. So
it's important.
Yeah, it's all about how do you come in. That's the bravest thing you can do is come through this door. Yeah. And after that, we're going to take care of you.
And then that's like admitting that you need help or that you're ready to start again.
Exactly.
Pull up by your bootstraps. Right?
Yeah, or we'll pull you up. So.
Or you'll walk across the city. Yeah. Okay, can you show us around and so that we can get familiar with the place?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Awesome, cool.
Our emergency shelter here is the old racquetball court.
Right.
So guys, they get 30 days and they're here in 10-day increments. So they got to like earn every 10 days as they're going through.
Oh, that's pretty
cool.
They
get that, they get a locker, they get, like I see, you can see they got, bedside, stuff for storage too. And so we got a kitchen that we installed in here, so that was like a big cost. And then we have we have 2 cooks on staff, 1 full-time, 1 part-time, but the guys at part of the program actually get trained how to cook. So the guys who live here are actually the ones who cook all the meals. And the cooks observe and teach them how to do it. So everything here is really done by the men that live here. So that's good. We just kind of manage it and, stop fist fights from happening. So.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is code blue, and obviously it's the old gymnasium. One thing we're doing is we're tearing out the bank in the track. We're keeping the track there, but we're taking out the bank in it. So that way it's all flat. Okay. And we're going to put, you see all this exercise equipment that got donated. We're going to put all that up there. And that way there's an exercise area up there for the men and women that are here. And then we're partnering with the YMCA and Abbott School to bring sports programs here. So right here, we're going to cut a door for an entrance that goes all the way out to that parking lot out there. Yeah. So that way the kids never have to interact with the actual shelter. And they'll be done with their program before the shelter guys even are around. So that's the hard part, is working out the timing in that. But the YMCA will be coming back to do programming here.
And that's in 2026?
We're hoping in 2026. Yeah, it might be 2027, but
is this room used in the summer, or is it?
So a couple things that happen here. So Code Blue happens. We do a group event called Feed the Falls, where we'll actually. So let's see. Thanksgiving, we did 2,100 meals that we delivered to people's homes. So people call in, they say, "Hey, I need a meal." Jeez. We write them down. We have 300 volunteers that come, and we cook all the meals in there, and we station it all here. Okay. So 2,100 meals for Thanksgiving, 1,600 for Christmas, and we hit the police, fire, and the air base too to make sure they're all fed. Right. And then in the summer and during the day and during some of the days, we actually we take all the cots out, and then the guys a local golf pro comes in and teaches them how to play golf once a week. Frank Garcia, So they do the golfing in here too. Great. So.
Oh, they're learning from a pro.
Oh yeah. He's teaching them. Yeah. Sometimes I sneak in for a lesson too. So they're all golfing better than I am, and I'm like, great.
That's awesome. Yeah. And then do they go golfing at Hyde Park or?
So last year we took them out twice. So last year's our first year doing it, and then this year we're taking them out once a month during the season to Hyde Park, Shawnee, and we're going to try to sneak them on the Frontier too. So
How many guys do it?
about 12.
Nice.
So yeah,
that's awesome.
they love it. Right now he takes them out to the Dome. Every Tuesday he takes them to the Dome. The Dome gives us half price, so we pay like $50 for 10 buckets of balls, and he's training. He's training them for free, and he's on, like, it's hilarious. He's like an old football coach.
Right.
He doesn't. I don't care if you're homeless. Like, this is how the golf swing works. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, the science doesn't change.
Yeah, exactly.
Depending on who you are. Yeah. Cool. Oh, that's great.
So yeah, those are some of our community outreaches. We feed 3 meals a day to everyone who's here, and we also we also feed the community that comes in. So men, women, children that come in and get fed every night. Right. So
at 7 for the Code Blue?
No, Code Blue starts at 7, so that's when they finish picking up the guys. This is like just 5 o'clock. Anyone who needs a meal can come to the mission and get a free meal. So
great. So this is going to be adaptable. There'll be workout stuff up on top.
Yep.
Down here's basketball or whatever.
Yeah, basketball. Really, we're handing it off to the Y. We'll handle building, you handle program,
and that's what that door makes.
Yep, and that door makes it separate. So
cool.
My vision for this is to put sound buffers under, so that way the sound deadens as it's going up.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have sound buffers coming down, so that way you can actually use this for like chapel services and stuff like that. You can actually speak, but I want it to look like the falls falling down.
Nice.
So that might take a little more money than I can raise, but we're gonna work towards that goal.
You'll get it. Is there a chapel here? I don't remember if that was.
Yep. Yeah, it's every day, and then Thursdays is a special chapel.
And it's in here,
guys.
or it's
it's in the dining hall. Gotcha. So, but we want to move it in here eventually.
Cool.
So, yeah,
it's great. A huge change. Like to go back to that a little bit, right? So the community will be happy too. Really.
Yeah. Well, we originally, some of the people that were here before I came on, they were going to kind of turn this gym into the women's center, which made sense. It's a big space.
Yeah.
Makes sense. It's a
space.
huge need.
Right.
But I remember standing there. I'm newer. I wasn't the director yet, but I was newer to the organization working. And I looked at the executive director and I was like, they will murder us. I was like, and I will murder us. This is like, there's so many memories here. Yeah. Like, you can't do that.
I personally kind of let the memories go. It was changed hands and something new's coming out of it. So I'm a nostalgic guy, but it didn't like break my heart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I just knew, like, there's no way we can't use this gym.
Yeah.
Especially the kids that live in this. This is the 3rd poorest zip code in all of Western New York. Like, you're telling me we can't do sports programs out here eventually. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Things cost money. We're not government funded.
There's money around.
But there's people who can make this happen.
It's cool.
So
great ideas. Good to see.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. Next stop.
So we'll go up to the 2nd floor so you can see where the guys in the recovery program, guys in the recon program
This was
live.
treadmills and stuff.
I think so. Yeah.
This looks out onto Portage.
Yep. Yeah, it looks right out on the Portage. So this is where the guys who are in the recon program live, and they're kind of the nucleus of the whole mission.
Yeah.
So
this is longer stays?
This is 9 months to a year that happens in here. And then the transitional housing's up on the 3rd and 4th floor. So yeah, so this is where a guy who kind of makes that commitment, I want to see life change in my life, not just being in the cycle of homelessness.
And that's a room? Each one?
Yep, each cubicle is, let's see if there's an empty one. They're all.
It's pretty big.
Here's an empty one right here. Yeah. I don't know why this is empty. This is where Renard.
I mean, it's big.
This is where they get, and and then they're here this is their home for 9 months to a year, or they can, after they're done with their first 60 days, they can move upstairs. They got to spend 60 days in this program.
And that's what you want to do? Is that what they want to do, is go upstairs?
Some of them want that originally, and then they stay here because the brotherhood. I mean, I've had guys. The quick story is a guy named Eugene. He's from Tennessee, so he just kind of was made his way through in Niagara Falls. He was here for about a year, graduated the program, was like, I'm going back home to Tennessee, screw the cold, all that kind of stuff. Well, he goes back down. Well, it's like 3 months ago, he moves back. And he's living here. We're like, oh, Eugene, good to see you again. We bring him back in. Well, come to find out his mother died, which is why he went back to Tennessee. He moves back, and he was terminally ill. He didn't tell anyone originally, but then he eventually tells us. And he goes, I just wanted to die in a place I felt loved.
Jeez.
And it was like he made that decision to come back here because of how he.
I mean, that's bad but nice.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, awful story, but it's a nice
peace. And so he did. He passed away about a month ago, and we try to cultivate that culture of, wanting to make change.
Yeah.
And some people buy in, some people don't, and
Right.
but we try to love on them. There's rules here, right? It's not, this
Yeah.
isn't
Free-for-all.
free for all,
Yeah.
but at the same time, if you buy in, we will help you. We'll get you to wherever you want to go.
Sounds like it, definitely.
Yeah,
That's
so-
great. Awesome.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so this will be a lounge for the women in the women's center. But what we have set up right now are just kind of mock rooms so you can kind of see what they look like. So the 8 upstairs long term is going to be right here. Really all that's missing and what this looks like is a wardrobe for them. So those women will be able to stay here for a year as they're kind of going through school and trying to get a job and learning job skills and that kind of stuff with us. Over here is kind of a mock of what the emergency rooms are going to look like, which we're about to go down to for women. So it'll be 17 rooms. It'll be 30 to 60 days. Right now, there's really every place is filled that's emergency shelter for women. So there's an average of 109 women a month in Niagara County that call for services and are denied because there's just such a lack.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to cut that problem in a quarter, day one of opening up. And we're going to be the largest women's emergency shelter in Niagara County and bigger than the biggest one in Buffalo. So we're going to be largest in the Buffalo Niagara region. And we're excited for
Yeah.
it. So there's definitely a need here in the Falls. And then this is not set up yet. I'll just show you where it's actually going. But this area here is going to be a free medical clinic. So a lot of guys, they go down to Memorial, Memorial's sending them back to us, and they kind of get caught in this ping pong match. So we're actually going to bring doctors here that are going to volunteer, and they'll be able to see the men and women cutting it off, both sides. That way they're not together.
This is in between. That's the middle.
Yep, this is the middle.
This
So
was the old section originally.
This is the
Yeah,
1927,
'cause I don't
yep.
think I ever even saw that
and
fireplace.
through that plywood is the gym.
Okay.
So we'll be able to seal off. This whole place is going to be able to be sealed off so the men and women don't cross-pollinate, So we, when that door is open for men, this door is locked, and women can't get over there.
Yeah.
Same deal from the other side. So doctors will come in and volunteer. We already have doctors lined up who want to do it, and they'll be able to see everyone who comes here, assess, foot injuries and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That the basic stuff that you go to the emergency room, you're homeless, you're getting put to the back of the
Yeah,
line.
right.
So no fault of Memorial, they're flooded,
Yeah.
right?
So it's like urgent care and everything.
Exactly. So we'll be able to just help out, so that way the homeless population isn't kind of overdoing it at Memorial. They're coming here instead. So
Man.
yeah, we want the homeless here. That's that's what
It's
we want
huge,
because we
too.
can
I
actually
just don't
help
think
them.
of it being this big, but it is. It's crazy. A lot of room.
60,000 square feet. It's
Is it?
big. Oh yeah, it's
Wow.
big.
Man.
And like Rich said, we try to use every inch.
Yeah.
So
You are.
Let's go swimming.
yeah, let's go swimming. Yeah.
Wow.
So this is this was the women's locker room.
Okay.
So we tore out all the lockers, and the entryway is actually going to be here. So the entryway is coming underground. So that way, when a woman comes onto our premises, she just kind of disappears from sight. Most of the women that are coming to us are homeless, addicted, pimped, trafficked, and they're fleeing, and they need a safe place now. And this will be, I always say that between myself and my military background, my director of operations, his military background, the woman we're hiring was a former police officer to run this place. This is the safest place in Niagara Falls.
Got the muscle.
You get into this building, you're safe.
Yeah,
So
good.
I say that now something bad's gonna happen, but
Just good stuff.
we're going to be able to protect the women that come here, and that's our main concern is security. So we've been able to fill in. Unfortunately, the jacuzzi's closed.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, the jacuzzi's filled in, and then also the pool.
Wow.
This is kind of the first time anyone's seen this.
That's how they do it, huh? Pebbles?
Yeah. So this is
Makes
level 1
sense.
crush.
Jeez.
And we put all of our demo. We've already done the demo and asbestos abatement, so all of that's been done, and but it's all buried under this stone. So looks a lot smaller when
Yeah,
the
right,
stone's on
yeah.
there. So
Man.
And again, how's this room going to be laid? This is going to be laid out.
this is going to be 17 emergency shelter beds for women, but it's going to be built out so that way once our staffing catches up and we're like, hey, we're turning pretty good, then we'll be able to expand this out to 25. And again, it's going to be the largest emergency shelter for women, not just in Niagara County, but all of this part of Western New York. So
What's the timeline like on that? Just, I mean,
our aggressive goal
Yeah.
is winter of 26, so next winter.
Wow.
Realistic goal is probably spring of 27. So,
Right.
but
Which will be here like that.
Exactly,
It's already
yeah.
end of January.
Anyone who knows me knows, and Rich can tell you this, I'm a pretty hard pusher, so I like to have an aggressive goal and a realistic goal, and as soon as we can get it open, we're going to get it open, because the women's need is not going away. So we're going to push as hard as we can to get this done as fast as we can. So
adapting for sure in here. Going from water to the rocks.
yeah, yeah,
Swim a few laps in this, you'll have some muscle.
yeah.
Man. Any like treasures found down here while you're doing things? Like any something fell behind the walls or anything cool like that?
No, a lot of it's just like memorabilia, like from the Y and that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, not a lot of like, I was really hoping like someone stashed $1 million in there or something. Then we wouldn't have to worry about it.
What about that thing remember that, I know it was in the Y, like probably more of a joke, I think, but that shaky, those things that you get on like in the 50s, you stand on the thing and it just shakes your ass.
It was like it was like the thing that cleaned the bowling balls is what it looked like. Yeah. No, that was gone before I got here.
Around.
Maybe one of the former directors here has it in his house or something.
Someone had to have snatched that thing. It didn't work. I tried it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to wrap up everything from the tour that you had given us. Just in a real quick, like kind of surface, can you go over everything that you just in a couple, just kind of re-walk through with maybe the timeline of what you see it all happening?
Like on a day-to-day?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think, what we do is we have, what I think sets us apart is what we have is every guy who walks through the door, we have a plan for his life. And not that we're going to tell him exactly what to do, but we have a way to, number one, stabilize him so he can say, this is actually what I want to do with my life, and then we can get him there.
It's like course correction.
Exactly. Like no one, I have it, I want to get it in print in my office, but I just haven't had the time to do it yet. But we don't believe in lost causes. Like someone walks in and you just say, that guy's a lost cause. Like we don't do that here, right? Like that's not our MO. So I got guys who have come in 5-6 times, and you know what? That's what it is.
7th time it's the
exactly.
chart,
So I don't give up on people. People didn't give up on me when I went through my crap. So who am I to say that person can't change, right? So we want to provide an environment, and every program we kind of went through, there's a different level of how we get them there, right? There's emergency stabilization, there's rebounding in the recon program, and then there's stability. 3 years of, hey man, like they pay, like they learn how to pay a program fee, and it's $325. You're not going to find anything you're not going to find 3 meals a day and a place to stay for $325. But it's that way of like, hey, I'm reacclimating back to having to pay rent, to having to do this. And then now when I step out, we had a guy last year, he was in leadership, and his name's Josh, and he got married. Like he met love of his life, and he left here, got married, and it's like he's working as a plumber right now. He's doing great.
Great.
So like those are the kind of things you hang on to, and you're willing to work with the guy who may relapse, who may give you a lot of trouble, because he can. There's no reason he can't be that.
Yeah.
He just has to build the confidence in himself, and then we try to guide him there.
You're also instilling pride. They're helping out, the business aspect of this also, besides the community aspect, is you have to keep the lights on. You have to put some drywall up. You have to put stone in the pool to redo it. I mean, and that's, the work can get done. These guys are also putting in sweat equity to help the goal. So it's awesome. Cool. Very good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very impressive, and like the change, like we had said, or I had said off camera too, is like you get the old stalwarts that have been here or were here in the 60s and 70s, and they want the sauna back. It's it's not.
Yeah, well, that's not what our city needs right now. Like it's, if you take an objective look at what's going on around us, this is the third right here where we're at, is the third poorest zip code in all of Western New York. So that includes Rochester, that includes Buffalo.
Yeah.
Like, so that's ground zero right now.
Yeah.
So we don't need, as much as I want to respect that person, we don't need a sauna right now.
Right.
We need something that's actually going to help this problem. And I've talked to Rich a million times about this. Our vision statement is rebuilding the city of Niagara Falls by reviving hearts and rebuilding lives. you can't slap a piece of paint, you can't slap a coat of paint on a building and on a street and expect it to get better, right? It's got to come from not seeing, hey, this is number 5 in our shelter, seeing this is John who walked in here, impacting him, and then he can impact those around him. And will it take 25, 50 years? Maybe, but to me, that's the way you go back.
Difference.
We could change this whole street. We're on Portage. We could change this whole street and Main Street. Are you going to kick the homeless people out? Like, are you going to move them? Like, what are you going to do with the people who live there? And so, but if we focus on the people and changing their lives, we can change this entire city. Everyone talks about it. We got a $1.16 billion of revenue that comes in the city from the waterfall. A, where does it go? And B, how do we capitalize on that for the better of our community? And that comes from impacting people.
Yep, I was just going to say, you're making an impact.
Yeah, one person
That's
at a time.
Damn good start. So,
yeah, well, thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you for the tour and having us in and showing us around. I have a better understanding now from when I walked in earlier. So appreciate it. Thank you. And I also want to segue to the pizza talk now.
Pizza talk, yeah.
Every episode, I ask whoever the guest is or whoever's around, what is your favorite slice in the Falls? You had a couple different answers, so please educate us on your
Educate us on my. So, well, before I do that, I have a gift for you.
Okay.
Too. So, you guys, I've seen your set. You're a Niagara Falls collector, right? Yeah. So this is a sign from the old YMCA pool that we took down.
Holy moly.
And that's the aquatics. Niagara Falls
awesome.
Family Branch YMCA. So
Perfect.
That way you can always remember the swimming guidelines.
Yeah. To say don't eat pizza a half hour after swimming.
Yeah, exactly. We ain't going swimming now.
Right.
So
that's cool, man. Thank you very much.
So you can have
that's
that,
awesome.
put it wherever you want.
Emerge,
and,
right?
Yep.
Yeah. Can all enjoy it. That's cool, yeah. Nice. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no
That's
problem.
cool.
I can bring it back here.
Awesome.
Yeah, and
I
then
thought the gift was going to be the slice. That's
I got
nice
that
too.
for you too. So I've watched your podcast. I listen to everyone because I love it. But
thank you.
Yeah, so you always had guests tell you what your favorite pizza is. I'm gonna have you taste what my favorite pizza
All right,
is.
cool.
So my favorite pizza in Western New York is Good Guys out in North Tonawanda. But here in the city of Niagara Falls, it's Frankie's Pizza and Donuts.
Frankie's Niagara Falls icon.
Yeah, well, they're frying. They're frying the dough for the donuts and the wings at the same time. You just can't beat that, right? So it's just it's the way it is.
Even all the same oils and everything.
Yeah, exactly. It all goes together. So you can. I already took a piece because I couldn't wait. But
awesome, man. We can do a little cheers and
cheers.
Cheers. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching this episode of Niagara Stuff, and we'll catch you next time. Frankie's Pizza and Donuts. Thank you very much.